one sketchy triangle, huh, Wrigley? Good morning, everyone. I figured since yesterday's starry night time lapse looked so awesome, I had to try it again, and I thought I'd show you. I think it might even be cooler. Today, as you can see, it is kind of a cold and windy day here in Canada, which is actually perfect for walleye fishing. So we are going to go try our luck, and my daily challenge for today is to catch the biggest fish out there, or at least a bigger fish than my family. Well, I think I lost today with Mom catching this guy. Well, my mom definitely won the daily challenge. We're going along in the boat just fine. No one had caught anything. It was just kind of a boring fishing trip, and all of a sudden my mom goes, "I got a snag!" I'm like, all right, so we reel in. I back up the boat and she's reeling in a little bit, and all of a sudden I see a rod jerk. I'm like, that's no snag, that's a giant fish. For the next 20 minutes she sit there, then she's reeling it in, and about 20 minutes later she finally pulls in this 33.5-inch lake trout. It weighed almost 13 pounds. It was huge. So we just gave up trying. We went back in. We realized, you know, we're gonna eat good for the next week or so, so there's no sense in us trying to beat that. So good job, Mom, on today's daily challenge. You definitely won. Other than that, though, it's been a pretty chill day. Not much has happened, but that doesn't mean there haven't been any highlights. My main highlight of the day is definitely my mom pulling in that huge lake trout. I promise as I tell the story it'll only get bigger and bigger, but that was a lot of fun to see. My second highlight is definitely the fact that because we have this cabin, I get to take a shower. Even though there's no door, so you have to shower with your clothes on. But after that, it got really windy, and actually the wind blew our canoe up out of its spot into this giant rock sitting right next to it, and bent one of the poles on it. So I went out and I helped my dad tie it down so that it wouldn't blow away or get any more wrecked. And so after that whole thing, we just kind of headed inside, which gave me a lot of time to think about today's devotion. Being up here without all my normal, you know, technology and routines and all my things like that really helps me realize kind of how much I tend to go through the motions every day and really idolize things like social media, Netflix, and other things just like that. And today's devotion just got me thinking, you know, instead of just getting stuck in that routine, going through the motions, waking up, going on your phone, going to school, going to work, and coming home, going back on your phone, watching a movie, and going to bed. Instead of going through these routines that we do every day, why aren't we giving 100% to God? And really, that's how I want to live my life. I want to give God 100%. Because how often do we have days where at the end of it, you could even honestly say that you've given God 50% of that day? And I don't think there's a cookie cutter way to do it, because we all have different gifts, we all have different talents. So I want to encourage you today to ask the people around you, ask God, how can you give 100% to God? Let's take a stand right now. Let's quit holding back and getting lazy. Because remember, if you settle for anything less than 100% commitment to God, you are wasting your potential. So don't do it. Don't settle. I'll see you tomorrow.